Hey y'all,
Hey, girl.
I'm Jazmyn W.
Okay.
And welcome back to my channel. I'm confused.
Me too.
I literally just stopped watching and I'm so confused. Like, every week I always start off by the things that I noticed every single episode, just things that caught my eye.
Let's go.
And then I talk about the main pillars of the episode. I think today's main pillars of this episode will be new relationships and just stop being friends. I gotta close my window.
Girl, you should have did that before.
Let me talk about some things that I noticed in the first episode. We got to it later in the episode, but I'm like, does Molly's boyfriend have an apartment? Because we ain't seen it. Like, where do you live, brother? And what does he do?
Right.
Okay, this episode we found out he works at Live Nation. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that before this episode.
Me either.
But what he do? Because obviously, to me, it kind of feels like he doesn't really take his career seriously if he can't understand how serious Molly's career is. But we're gonna get to that. Let's get to that later. The scene where Issa and Molly are trying to park in their parking space. I would really love to know which person y'all think was in the right position
Issa.
to get that space. It was kind of unfair for the audience because we saw Issa see the space, pull up beside, you know, when you get ready to parallel park, you pull up next to the car in front of the space you're trying to get into. And when she was preparing to back in, Molly swung in. That was not Molly's space.
At all.
One. Number two, you cannot pull into a spot like that in parallel park just pulling into it. You have to go up next to the car and back in. And I'm very good at parallel parking, so I know. So in my head, that was Issa's spot.
It was.
Like, she was in position to get that spot. I would have told my friend, hey sis, queen, boop, 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 back up. Because this ain't your spot. I'm in position. I would have put my head out the window and said, explain to me how you plan on pulling in here. Because you can't unless I move. Like, and then for Molly to say later on, oh, you talk about my spot?
Gross.
That wasn't your spot. But Issa let you have that one. Okay. Listen, Issa got this voicemail from the old dude that disappeared on her. Whenever you hear a man say, you ain't gotta call me back or nothing, then you don't have to call him back, queen. Don't. I would not be calling him back, texting him back. I would have unfriended him. If y'all don't watch my last review on episode 3, when y'all break up, y'all don't know each other. I don't know you. You ghosted me, and now you're a ghost. You no longer exist.
You did.
That's a trap. Don't do it. But I know she gonna call him back. Watch. And the last thing I'll say is, haven't we all thought about DMing Beyonce? Like, you know she ain't reading her DMs.
We have.
Beyonce's social media manager probably reads all of her DMs and leaves everybody on red just for the hell of it. Matter of fact, can I apply for that job? I want to be Beyonce's Instagram manager. I want to upload her pics. I want to read her DMs. That's all I want to do. How much for that? I will do it for very little money.
Or free.
Matter of fact, I don't even ever have to meet Beyonce. She could just call me and say, Jazmyn,
This is a terrible impression.
I need you, this is the caption I need you to do. And this is the picture I'm about to airdrop it to you. Okay, cool. Are we ever gonna meet up? Click. She can hang up in my face. Oh my goodness. I feel like this review is gonna be so scattered. But those were the things that I caught this episode. Let's talk new relationships. Because Molly and her man, is it just me or do they not have a real solid relationship?
They don't.
Maybe there's a bunch of stuff happening that they don't film on the show that's happening between them to make them both think that they have a real relationship. But to me, they don't. Let me give you a couple examples. Molly's boyfriend said that I feel like we're out of the honeymoon phase. Excuse me, you guys have been dating for 3 months. How are you out of the honeymoon phase? Like, when you've been with somebody for a decade, or when you're married, or when you've been in a relationship for a really long time, the honeymoon phase should be like a year. And then once you've been together a year, you start to tackle some things. Maybe like 8 or 9 months. 9 months. You start to tackle some things. But the fact that he said that they're out of the honeymoon phase, y'all just made it official. So that, to me, that's a sign that this is a no-go. The second thing is when they went to I don't know character names. I'm sorry. When they went to Amanda Seale's house, Molly said, when I'm struggling, Andrew has my back. When?
Lies.
He didn't even want to hear you talk about work. As soon as he came over your house and you started talking about the case you're working on, he goes, ugh, like a snoring sound. I can't do that.
Oh, Lord, what are you doing?
I almost killed myself trying to prove that to y'all. He made a snoring sound. Imagine if you telling your husband about your day at work and he goes, boring. Oh, we're not going to be
Divorce
together.
him.
You're supposed to be into the things that they're experiencing at work because this is meaningful conversation. Molly and her man have never had a meaningful conversation.
Not once.
Even at the end of the episode where she's trying to tell him, you're my number one priority. First of all, somebody that you're dating or have been dating for 3 months, he should not be your number one priority.
At all.
I'm sorry. And you a lawyer and you got a lot of work to do, he's not your number one priority. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, queen. He shouldn't be. You planned a date night with him.
Girl.
And he playing poker with the boys? What? Like, who doesn't understand that when we plan a date night, I'm available. Like, I set aside the whole night. He's like, well, how do I know? Oh my gosh. No. And that brings me to my next point. I feel like a lot of times men say that they want a woman that's on her grind. But when you get one, then what? If she's up to 1:30 in the morning working, she's up till 1:30 in the morning.
On her grind.
If she has to do work before y'all have sex, she got to do some work first. Even though I will say I don't understand why Molly couldn't take a little break and then go back to work. Because we don't go to sleep like that afterwards. He trying to make it seem like, oh, well, you always working. Yeah, she's always working. She's a lawyer. That's literally like dating a doctor and an entrepreneur and saying, yeah, you always working. Of course.
That's the point.
If you were willing to listen to Molly about the things she's going through at work, maybe you would understand why she has to cancel on you. But you think that her work is boring. So this new relationship that they're having is struggling. I don't think that they're going to make it.
At all.
And I wanted to say one more thing. When Molly was talking to him about the fact that she's going to put him first, that wasn't even a deep conversation. She looked at him and said, you're my number one priority. And then they started kissing. This is not a relationship built on friendship. Y'all just like sleeping together. I said all they do is go out to eat and have sex. That's literally all they do.
Facts.
They don't have no deep conversations. No, this is not going to work. The second thing that I want to touch on is I have been in a friendship like Molly and Issa are experiencing. And you know what the solution is? Just stop being friends.
Simply.
Stop trying to be cool like that. Like, y'all can still hang out with Amanda Seale, Kelly. I think it's the pressure of the friendship that is annoying both of them, but really annoying Molly. Like, not even an enemy would be over your friend's house making sounds when you have an emergency going.
Right.
I wouldn't even let my enemy do that. I would literally right then and there have been like,
slap.
Do you have a problem?
Oh.
What is it? And then once she said, yeah, I would say, talk to me about it later because I have something to do. Like, I feel like the thing with their friendship, to me, it feels like Molly is very insecure about the things she has going on. She's insecure about her relationship, insecure at work, all of these things. And then Issa Rae is trying to like get her life together. Just because y'all been friends don't mean y'all have to continue to be friends. It's fine. The relationship has ran its course.
End it.
Let it go. Let it go. Do y'all remember that?
Okay,
yeah,
yes,
Frozen,
but
yeah.
don't sing.
The relationship frozen. So just, it ain't got to thaw out. Just leave it alone. If it was my friend and we were going through a rough patch, but I'm still willing to answer the phone for you, I probably would ask my boyfriend if he can hook you up with a headliner. Or can he put me into contact with somebody? So it's not him that I'm working with. Like something.
Anything.
Or talk to Andrew about it. That's another thing. Molly is not even willing to talk to Andrew about the things that her and her friend are going through. That's how you know this relationship ain't deep.
Facts.
They literally have conversations about nothing. But yeah, I would talk to my man about what me and my friend are going through and when she asked and see how he responds. Like, that's a good conversation for you guys to have to see how he's going to support you through like the break of this friendship, or what he has to contribute to her block party or whatever, if he wants to contribute. I don't know. On the first or second episode, I said that I was totally team Issa, and to me, Molly just getting on my nerves, and that's how I feel still today. Like, Molly's just taking it too far. She's being immature. She's too insecure.
Annoying.
And at this point, they just need to stop being friends, and Issa just needs to focus on her career, and Molly needs to focus on her relationship that ain't gonna last.
Ooh.
And then when it doesn't last, guess whose support she's gonna want? She's gonna want Issa's support. And the thing about it is, if I call my friend and I say, hey girl, I wanted to catch up. If my friend said, yeah, today I was da-da-da-da-da. Like when Issa called Molly and Molly just started talking about her day.
Rude.
That was abnormal. Like, who does that? Obviously, if your friend calls you and they say they need to catch up, like, they need to get something off of their chest. They have something to tell you. And then at the end of the conversation, especially if you're calling a friend to vent, I think it's just common courtesy to just make sure that there's room so that your friend can let you know if they have anything going on in their life that they need to talk about. I think that was pretty selfish on both of their parts.
Very.
They don't need to be friends no more. The final thing I guess I will say is, this is advice to any woman that is like Molly.
Don't be annoying.
The reality is that me watching Molly's character, I don't want to date her. From her lifting up the covers and saying, oh, you already naked?
Annoying.
Don't want to date you. To her being like, oh, I thought we could do some edibles and then you could get this.
No.
Don't want to date you. I wouldn't date Molly. I don't like her character. I just don't. I don't like her character. I don't. My bad if that was scattered. I only had a little bit of wine, literally. I don't know what kind of wine this is, but I feel loony.
It was cheap.
Am I just tired or what? I feel loony-toony, y'all. I feel all out of whack. To be honest, not a lot happened in this episode. I'm just so infuriated that my thoughts are scattered. But you know what? Next week I'm going to be more organized. Let's see if my predictions come true. I predict that Molly and that boy ain't going to be together that long, and she's going to come running back to Issa for support. I really hope that Issa does not come running back to Molly for support, because she always does that. She runs back to people, even though they've kind of done her wrong. And I hope she doesn't call old boy back either, Nathan. He don't deserve to be called back either, but that's what she does. That's what her character does. She always runs back to people who have done her wrong. So we'll see what happens. I would love to hear your comments below. And y'all know what to do. If y'all like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel.
Go ahead.
Share this video, like it, comment. And if you're watching on Facebook, follow my page. I have a podcast that's dropping tomorrow on Tuesday. It's called Colored Couch Conversations. It's where I have conversations with women of color on my couch, my virtual couch right now, because we are in quarantine. And it's all about just, highlighting women of color that I think are amazing. So if you are watching this video, check the link below for the podcast. I'd love for you to subscribe to it. The first episode drops on Tuesday, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I will also be uploading visual episodes. So if you don't like to listen to podcasts and you'd rather watch something, then you'll be able to watch the episode and watch our conversation. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video, and I will see y'all on Thursday with a video about my life and how things are going in comedy. I bet you can guess.
Nothing.
Bye.